Because you came out with that baby bag, and I came out with this like, hey, everybody, like I came out with everything, and I'm just like, $5, $5, and you're like, I just need this bag. It goes down in the
It does go down in the DMs.
Yeah, I mean, it's working for us.
Truly. Are high-end lipsticks worth it? I was gonna say, no, it's a sprinkler. I was like, is there a lawnmower move? Nope.
Well, they do. They do.
Oh, there is!
And then they're just like,
Wet and Wild.
yeah, Wet and Wild. Don't sleep on Wet and Wild.
Do not. So we sent out questions on Instagram for you guys about us or about lipstick. Most of the questions are about lipstick, which is great. And so we're gonna try on, we each have 5 shades. We're gonna try on the lipsticks, and then we're gonna answer some questions along the way too. So, okay, so one of the first questions that we got was, there's actually there's 2 questions, but I feel like they go sort of hand in hand. So one of them said, I love you too. How sweet. I love you too. How did you meet? So you've probably heard both of us at some point mention Cloth and Cabin, which is an online boutique. It's based out of Grand Rapids though, but just online only. But anyways, they had an awesome launch party. We both went to it. I had literally started following you, I think, a week before the event, and maybe it's because you did modeling for them on their website.
Yeah.
She's an amazing model.
Oh gosh.
You're so good.
Thank you.
And I remember I walked up to you and was like, wait a minute, you're Kherington. I just started following you last week. Like, you are just so radiant.
Yes.
And anyways, you're probably like, who is this person?
No.
We didn't really talk for very long, but I think you probably started following me.
Oh, yes.
And then I think all relationships on Instagram happen in the DMs.
Oh, it goes down in the DMs.
It does go down in the DMs.
It goes down in the DMs.
And so
sure.
it's like, I comment on your story, you comment on mine, we have a giggle, we become friends.
Right, no, that's honestly what it is.
I make a comment about Kim Kardashian's eyebrows at the Met Ball, and you're like, I get you!
Yes, that is true. Yes, it was that.
I referenced that I have, before I got microblading, that I have like alien brows without anything on. And I was like, I kind of look like Kim Kardashian at that Met Ball. And she was like, I know exactly what you're talking about, and you are my person.
I see you. Yeah, like it's always little stuff like that. Like, and even like I know one of the other questions.
Yeah, one of the other questions. Yeah,
like how do you make friends with other bloggers and influencers? And a lot of it is that.
It
like,
literally is that.
It is. It's like some type of like reference that you feel would be like obscure, like that other people wouldn't know, and then if you see somebody that does, you're like, you're my people. Like you're automatically my people. But even like you were saying too, like just DMing people and like already kind of building that relationship through commenting, especially if you're already like fangirling over each other anyways, like why wouldn't you do that in real life?
Exactly.
Exactly too.
I think there's sort of 2 categories of that. Is one is like local people in the area. I think if you're someone who has a public account, I always say like if you're not making friends on Instagram, you're doing it wrong. But that's only if you want to and you're public, because I didn't have a public account before I started What Kate Finds, and I wasn't trying to make friends. I was like, I am busy with the kids at home or working. I wasn't trying to make new friends, to be quite honest. But now I am. And so I mean, if it's like locally, I think once you start to use local hashtags or you're at local events, you just naturally start to meet people or get to know people that are in the same almost like job or whatever that you do. But then there's also like those people who are big influencers or bloggers or even like podcasters that I've communicated with in DMs, and they don't know who I am, or I've mentioned them or tagged them, and then I've become friends with people who are sort of celebrity-ish.
Right.
And it's kind of funny in that way, but it is just like a natural, I mean, you can't force that kind of stuff. Right. It's like a really natural organic relationship that can evolve.
Yeah, because even, I mean, there's been so many times where you start like messaging someone and then eventually you're just like, oh, like would you want to meet up for coffee sometime, like especially if they live locally. And there's been times where like I've been out of town but I know that there's
people in the area
that I've like met up with or have tried to link up with and stuff, and so that usually happens. But there was one time, there's this group of girls that came here from Detroit and they did a blogger dinner and they just reached out to local bloggers in the area and they were like, hey, we're here visiting from Detroit, like on a job, like we wanted to meet other bloggers in the area, and we all met at a restaurant and it was like really cool. So there are like a ton of different ways. And then
do you follow Kaya, A Journey I Deserve?
Yes.
So she actually, I think her husband or family is in this area, and she's somewhere in this, she's not in South Carolina, but she's somewhere southern coastal. Anyways, she's coming up next like week or two we're going to coffee.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, and it's one of those things like I only know her from following her and from us messaging each other, and she's like, hey, I'm gonna be there if you want to go to coffee. I'm like,
why
yes,
not?
I do.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's cool.
Yeah. So there's a big handful of women who I'm like, if I was ever in their town or they were ever in mine, we would absolutely go. It's just funny.
For sure. Yeah.
So a great way to meet people on Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, it's working for us.
Truly. Okay, so we have a good question here that is advice for someone who has literally never worn lipstick, has a full bottom lip but thin top lip. Okay, so I think like lip shape wise, I honestly don't think it matters if you have thin lips, if you have large lips, if you have one that's different than the other. Like I don't think that limits what you can wear or can't wear.
Yeah, that's
true. I think sometimes people think if they have a thinner lip that they can't rock a bright, bold color, and I don't think that that's true. I think it actually like makes your lips look like they're there.
Right, exactly. And then even on the flip side, like some people might feel like because they have such a full lip that
too
much. That is too much.
And no, you can't because people pay to look like that.
Right, exactly. People are paying money.
People are injecting stuff into their
Yeah, exactly. That makes sense.
But I do have advice for people who have literally never worn lipstick. And so the first thing is that you're gonna not feel like yourself. You're gonna feel like the lipstick is wearing you. You are not wearing the lipstick. And the one thing and I always compare this to hats. If you're not used to wearing like a big Gigi Pip, like a big rimmed hat, you're gonna feel like I am wearing a hat. Like you feel like the hat walks into the room before you do. Same with lips. Yeah. And I think the thing to both of those, or to anything that you're not comfortable with, is you need to practice wearing it at home. Even lipstick. You just need to practice like seeing yourself, like as you go to the bathroom, you're like walking past the mirror, you're like, whoa, I'm wearing a bold lip color. By the end of like the day or a couple of days, you will feel used to seeing yourself in it. And if you don't like it, then like that's not the shade for you. And also if you don't like super bold lip color, like you can, maybe not this, because this is like applies full stop color from the get-go. A lot of colors you can sort of blot them on or blot them off so that it's like a hint of that color. Yeah. So sometimes you can even, I mean, this isn't even a tip for people that are new into lipsticks, but just if you have a lipstick that you like, that lipstick probably has like two versions, a lighter version and a super, like as many applications as you can get on it.
Yeah, and I like your advice too about wearing it around like at home and stuff, because at that point it's like the only person that knows it looked good or looked bad is you at that point. Right. And like that's the same advice even for style, like that I'll tell people, because they'll be like, oh, I don't know if this will look right on me, and I was like, unless you're walking around after you leave the fitting room and like showing every single person, like the only person that knows it didn't look right is you in the fitting room. Right. So you're like, okay, I never wear that again, or like I go up a size, I go down a size, and like that's it. You know, so it's same with lipsticks. It's like, okay, maybe I don't want to go so bold, so I'll just do more nudes, like, you know, or flip it. But it makes sense to me.
And if you want to try, and there's a question in here later about drugstore versus high end, but try the cheap stuff.
Yeah, that's true, because then you don't feel like you're like...
NYX is probably the best, cheapest. Milani, I have one in a minute, are like amazing lipstick products for the price. Wet n Wild.
Yeah, Wet n Wild. Don't sleep on Wet n Wild.
Do not. And it's like $4.
Right, yeah.
So you're not out 20 something if you didn't
that's
like
this. That's like a large shake.
And the way that you and the way that you evolve to this is that you've tried this similar shade in, you know, NYX and Wet n Wild or whatever, and you're like, I want to step it up. I don't like venture out and try like a brand new like crazy shade of a high-end lipstick 100. If I don't know that I love neon orange on it.
Right, exactly.
Like, I'm not going to buy a $20, $30 lipstick in neon orange for the first time.
Right, yep. No, that 100% makes sense.
Yeah. This is...
You gotta work your way up.
Milani is your training wheels.
Right, yeah. This is your Porsche.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
No. Someone asked, I don't know who it was, you said someone asked.
I thought I saw a question, about how to take stuff off, or like getting the lipstick off.
I love the Pixi double cleanse, and I'm just using the Balm side.
And I have been super into Versed. This is at Target.
New at Target.
This is the Day Dissolve Cleansing Balm. So good. It gets all of my makeup off.
Oh, eucalyptus oil.
Yep,
it
all
smells
of
like
my makeup off.
Like, I don't want to say mentholy because that's not a great, but it is like a little like
very clean. Yeah, but it does. That's what I use at the end of the day.
And I am using, I sort of have upgraded from using a white washcloth to using, these are from,
I do like these.
The Beauty Bureau, from Katie on Instagram, Beauty Bureau. I love following her, and she's someone that I've become friendly with on Instagram, and she sent me these, and they are amazing because they're super, super soft.
Yeah.
And she sent me a shower cap that I mean to give to you.
Oh.
Because I've never in my life used a shower cap. And I really need it.
Yeah. So. I haven't in a while because the only time I've been using them is when I have my hair straight. That's when I will use it.
Oh, so you don't use them a lot?
Mm-mm. No, I used to a ton, but but now it's like it's best for me to be like conditioning my hair all the time. So I don't use it as much. But the only time I ever use it.
Well, you know what? Speaking of that, someone asked a question about what are your favorite dry shampoos, and I'm you probably don't use a dry shampoo. You're probably like, oil, please.
I know, right? All of the oil.
Right.
Yeah, all of the oil.
Yeah. Wow. But someone asked about bold fall lip color trends.
Yes.
And I mean, I feel like I don't really stay on top of makeup trends, so I don't really know like what is actually trending. But I feel like obviously in fall and winter, deeper, darker berries, Bordeaux's, reds. But I feel like I've seen since the beginning of this year where it's not so much the color, but it's more the application, where there's like a blotted, blurred out effect, which I've never really done before because I love a crisp lip line, but where it's more like bold in the center and then it sort of fades and blurs. The line is a little blurred. Yeah. I've seen that a lot. But yeah.
That's how I feel too. I mean, same, like just exactly what you were saying, like going into the oranges, going into the berries, like that's usually what I like. Like I'm not trying this one on today, but this is another one that I got. This one's called Undefeated, and it's purple, and like I would totally wear like a plum or like something more edgy. I feel like happens.
Yeah.
Like I don't have it anymore, but I used to have like a black lipstick, and I would wear that. Like,
I've never ever worn a black lipstick.
And everything, and then like green, like I've worn that in fall and like winter and stuff. So
you're younger than me, you can wear green.
Girl.
I don't really believe in age rules, but I feel like I wouldn't be able to wear a green lipstick.
I feel like once you find, and again, like you were saying, like when you know what your kind of like tone is, and like you know how they say like cool tones, warm tones, or like whatever and stuff. But it's like when you kind of know, like you can kind of see it and just say like this would actually read better on me than like this would.
Right.
You know, so there might be a green out there for you, but just like a certain green. Like you know, you just never know. You never know.
Well, and a lot of people ask me, because I do a lipstick of the day from time to time on my Instagram stories. People say like, why does every lipstick shade look so good on you? And number one, I have an olive like undertone or an olive skin tone, and so I think that I'm learning that I think that's more universal towards all lip colors. Yeah. But also, I always tell people like, I don't show you the colors that don't look good on you because I don't like them or I don't wear them. You know what I mean?
Right. That's true. Yeah.
I don't wear a lot of browny lipsticks, and I also have never tried a green. I don't think I would look at it. But doesn't she have a navy blue in this?
Yes, she has blue. She like, because that's the other cool thing. There's one that she has that's like more, they're the color ones, like not this gold, but they'll be like a blue or pink, like actual color of the product. And then like in summer she has like a turquoise, or she has you know, like these really, really like punchy like colors. And then in fall it seems like she gets more of these like darker and everything too. So
and I also think fall, from what I have seen like on Instagram and whatnot in terms of like runway and inspiration for makeup wise for fall, this year fall, is that there's a lot of playfulness with an eyeliner, eyeshadow, like real graphic eyeshadow where it's like cut crease but like real like a gel color that is almost all over, and like glossy lids, and therefore like lipstick isn't like you're playing up your eyes, and so the lipstick is almost nude or not at all or just a balm. And so that's the other option. So
I mean, basically bottom line is like, do you
wear what you love?
Like wear what you love to wear, but then like I feel like that's a good time to kind of play around with something that you've never, you know, thought about doing before. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, mow that lawn.
Mow that lawn.
So the final question we have a ton of questions, but I just, you know, ones that we were answering. Are high-end lipsticks worth it? And I feel like that's a difficult question in terms of like, well, what's worth it to you? What's your budget? What can you afford?
Right.
I mean, that's personal.
Yeah.
But I feel like I just showed you 4 drugstore lipsticks. I'm a huge lipstick junkie, and I own a ton of high-end lipsticks. I own a ton of drugstore lipsticks. I do feel like high-end lipsticks can be more special, and I like having them. I like the packaging, but look, I just showed you that 4 of my most worn ones are drugstore. So
right. And then the flip side, though, for me, is now I have made the investment of going all in with Fenty, because they are like I said, like $18, $24,
which is like a good mid.
It's a mid, but like
nice.
From somebody like also like me who used to only do drugstore or only did ColourPop, and those are like $5, like, you know, or whatever. Like that is like a big jump, you know.
But don't you feel like you're ultimately buying less lipstick? Because as we talked about, to bring it full circle, the beginning of this video is like your blinders are onto everything else because you're all in with Fenty, and now you're buying less because you're just buying Fenty.
Because I'm only buying Fenty, so
it's tried and true.
Right, exactly. Because again, like with a red, I'm probably not gonna get another red because I know that that's the one that I like.
Right.
And like anything that I'm buying, it's specifically because it's that, but then also like going for specific shades, not like I won't need multiples of one.
Right.
Where when I was going through my old ColourPop lens and I
have multiples of everything.
No. But but when I was going through my old ColourPop ones, like they were all like
ColourPop.
just.
Do you own a lot of ColourPop stuff?
I threw everything.
Because it was all old.
Yeah, it was all old. But they were just like a shade up, a shade down, like of pinks. Like I would have like all pinks, all reds, all this, you know.
Don't look under my bathroom vanity right now.
But then I would find that I was only wearing like out of all of them, maybe I had 20, and they were probably like 5 or 6 that I was always wearing.
Right.
But then like I would be like, oh, I forgot about this. Oh, I forgot about this, just because it was one level up or one level down.
It's just a smidge different.
Yeah. And so now with this, I feel like I'm just going.
Yeah. So while like each individual lipstick is more expensive, you are spending less money on lipsticks than I am, and I love how this turned out, because drugstore can be worth it,
like,
but I'm for sure spending way more money on the cheap lipstick.
Okay, so this is basically the flip side of our last Goodwill video, because you came out with that baby bag, and I came out with this like, hey everybody, like I came out with everything, and I'm just like, $5, and you're like, I just need this bag because this is what will work, and this like, you know, or whatever. So it's the same.
This is like my year of 5 finds fashion wise for your lipstick. You're lipstick. Like, I'm all in. And I'm all like, I'm not buying a lot of clothing. I can buy expensive, like one piece that's expensive, but I'm not buying everything else.
And then for me, I'm just still out here. I'm still out here with these clothes.
We'll see. And that's the yin and yang of like, you can be all in with lipstick if you're not also all in with shoes.
Right.
And
that's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
And I love a lot of lipstick, and I love a lot of nail polish.
Yeah.
And I'm slowly editing down my nail polish, and so now I like a lot of jewelry, cheap jewelry.
Yeah. I'm still cheap on the jewelry. Yeah. I am. And plus for me, like, I only wear outside of my ring, I just wear earrings.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Which that's also easy. Like, just edit down what accessory you like. I
like I have 1 or 2 like big like statement necklaces, but I still don't really wear those as often. I just stick to earrings.
I like it.
Yeah, I have short hair, so
it's perfect. You look naked without an earring.
I do. I look naked without a bold lip, and I look naked without an earring.
Yep. I can't envision you without an earring.
Without some type of earring on. Yeah. Yep. So same concept. For sure.
I love it. I love it.
Wow. Look at that. Solving life problems.
This was good.
Yeah.
And you probably know that Kherington has a YouTube channel as well.
Yes, up and running.
Yes.
Got that baby off the ground.
So as usual, all of her links to Instagram, her blog, and everything will be down below. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. This was so much fun. And
we'll see you in our next thrift haul.
Woohoo! Bye.
Bye.
Mow that lawn.
Mow that lawn.
I was gonna say no, it's a sprinkler. I was like, is there a lawnmower move? Nope.
Well, they do.
Oh, there is.
And they're just like, yes, it is very close to the shopping cart. But you have to be down this way. Like you have to be down. You have to be down lower for sure.